Today, Antarctica is the coldest, most unforgiving place on Earth. With temperatures plunging as low as -128 degrees Fahrenheit or -89 degrees Celsius, it's a frozen wasteland where only the toughest creatures survive. Here, apex predators like the fearsome polar bear and the highly intelligent and deadly killer whales rule the icy waters with ruthless efficiency. But imagine a time when Antarctica wasn't just a frozen desert. Imagine an era when it was a thriving, lush land teeming with life. And not just any life, but some of the most terrifying predators ever to walk, swim, or fly. Welcome to Prehistoric Antarctica, a place where nightmare fuel became reality. Picture towering penguins, standing taller than the average human, or monstrous marine reptiles that could swallow you whole in a single gulp. This was a land where colossal amphibians lurked in ancient rivers and forests, and where carnivorous dinosaurs with serrated teeth hunted the plains. From the formidable Cryolophosaurus, a predator with a distinctive crest and a deadly bite, to the gigantic Xiphactinus, an ancient fish that dwarfed modern-day sharks, prehistoric Antarctica was home to a lineup of predators that make today's polar bears and killer whales look tame by comparison. Get ready to dive into the heart of an ancient world where the coldest place on Earth was also one of the deadliest. Starting off, we've got the Palaeeudyptes, a giant penguin that towered over humans, turning the icy waters of ancient Antarctica into its hunting ground. Palaeeudyptes lived during the Eocene epoch, approximately 37 to 34 million years ago, a time when Antarctica was far warmer than it is today. This period was crucial in the development of many modern bird species, and the Palaeeudyptes penguins were among the dominant avian species of their time. The name Palaeeudyptes is derived from Greek roots, paleo, meaning ancient, and eudyptes, which is a combination of eu, good, and diptes, diver. Together, the name Palaeeudyptes can be interpreted as ancient good diver, reflecting its place as an early and efficient swimmer in the penguin lineage. This penguin was one of the largest penguins to have ever existed. Estimates suggest that this giant penguin stood about 1.8 meters and weighed between 90 to 115 kilograms, making it significantly larger than any modern penguin species, including the emperor penguin. Physically, Palaeeudyptes had a robust and streamlined body, ideal for powerful swimming. Its wings had evolved into strong, flipper-like structures, enabling it to navigate through the water with remarkable agility and speed. Unlike modern penguins, which have relatively short necks, Palaeeudyptes likely had a longer neck, which might have aided in its hunting strategy. Its beak was elongated and pointed, well suited for catching fish and other prey. As a giant penguin, it was primarily a marine predator. Its diet likely consisted of fish, squid, and possibly smaller marine creatures like krill. The shape of its beak and the strength of its flippers suggest that it was an adept hunter, capable of pursuing fast-moving prey underwater. Like modern penguins, it probably formed large colonies where it could engage in social behaviors such as nesting and raising chicks. These colonies would have been established on the rocky shores of ancient Antarctica, where the penguins could find protection from predators and access to the rich feeding grounds in the surrounding seas. Moving on, we have Glacialisaurus, a large herbivorous dinosaur that roamed the Antarctic forests, using its size and strength to fend off hungry carnivores. Glacialisaurus lived during the early Jurassic period, approximately 190 million years ago. This period was characterized by the early diversification of dinosaurs and the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. The name Glacialisaurus is derived from the Latin word glacialis, meaning icy or frozen, and the Greek word sauros, meaning lizard. The name translates to ice lizard, a fitting title given its discovery in Antarctica, a continent now known for its icy conditions. The name reflects both the harsh conditions under which its fossils were discovered and the ancient climate of its habitat. Glacialisaurus was a large herbivorous dinosaur belonging to the group known as sauropodomorphs, which includes the ancestors of the later, more famous giant sauropods. It is estimated that Glacialisaurus reached lengths of about 6 to 7.5 meters and likely weighed several tons. The dinosaur had a robust, bulky body supported by strong, muscular legs, which allowed it to move efficiently across the varied terrain of prehistoric Antarctica. Its neck was relatively long, enabling it to reach vegetation at different heights, while its tail provided balance and stability. The limbs of Glacialisaurus were adapted for both quadrupedal and bipedal movement, allowing it to rear up on its hind legs to access higher vegetation if necessary. Glacialisaurus had a small head in proportion to its body, typical of sauropodomorphs, with a mouth equipped with leaf-shaped teeth designed for stripping leaves and other plant material. Its teeth and jaw structure indicate it was a selective feeder, choosing specific types of vegetation to consume. Glacialisaurus likely lived in herds or small groups, which would have provided protection against predators and facilitated the rearing of young. The social structure of these herds might have included cooperative behavior, such as group feeding or shared defense mechanisms against predators. Next up is Antarctopelta, an armored dinosaur equipped with spiked plates and a tail club, ready to defend itself against the fiercest predators. Antarctopelta lived during the late Cretaceous period. The name Antarctopelta is derived from Antarcto, referring to Antarctica, and pelta, the Greek word for shield. Thus, the name translates to Antarctic shield, a reference to the dinosaur's heavily armored body, which was its primary means of defense against predators. Antarctopelta was an ankylosaur, a type of herbivorous dinosaur known for its heavy armor and defensive adaptations. It had an estimated length of about 4 to 5 meters and a weight ranging from 1 to 2 tons. Despite its size, Antarctopelta was heavily fortified, with its body covered in thick bony plates called osteoderms, which acted like a natural suit of armor. These osteoderms varied in size and shape, with larger spiked plates along the back and sides, providing protection against the teeth and claws of predators. Antarctopelta also had a tail club, a feature common among ankylosaurs, which it could use as a powerful weapon to deter attackers. The tail club was likely reinforced with additional bone, making it a formidable tool for defense. The head of Antarctopelta was relatively small compared to its body, with a broad, flat skull that was also covered in protective armor. As an herbivore, Antarctopelta primarily fed on the diverse plant life of Cretaceous Antarctica, which included ferns, cycads, and conifers. Antarctopelta was likely a slow-moving dinosaur, spending much of its time grazing on low-lying vegetation. Its heavy armor made it less agile, but it also made it well protected against the carnivorous dinosaurs of its time. When threatened, Antarctopelta would have relied on its armor and tail club to defend itself, swinging its tail to deliver powerful blows to any predator that came too close. Diving into the seas, we encounter Taniwhasaurus, a massive marine reptile with jaws strong enough to crush anything in its path. Taniwhasaurus lived during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 85 to 70 million years ago. This was a time when the dinosaurs were still dominant on land, but the seas were ruled by massive marine reptiles. The name Taniwhasaurus is derived from Taniwha, a word from Maori mythology referring to a water-dwelling creature, often considered a guardian or a monster, and sauros, the Greek word for lizard. Thus, Taniwhasaurus translates to Taniwha lizard or monster lizard, an apt name for a creature that was one of the formidable predators of the ancient seas. Taniwhasaurus was a genus of mosasaur, a group of large marine reptiles closely related to modern snakes and monitor lizards. It was a formidable predator with an estimated length of about 6 to 9 meters. Taniwhasaurus had a streamlined, elongated body designed for speed and agility in the water, making it an efficient swimmer capable of pursuing its prey with relentless precision. Its head was large and robust, equipped with powerful jaws lined with sharp, conical teeth. These teeth were designed to grip and crush the bones of its prey, making it a lethal hunter. Unlike some of its relatives, Taniwhasaurus had relatively shorter and deeper jaws, which may have given it a stronger bite force, allowing it to tackle larger and more challenging prey. Its eyes were large and well adapted to low-light conditions, suggesting that it could hunt in deeper, darker waters where light was scarce. As a top marine predator, Taniwhasaurus had a diet that likely consisted of a variety of marine animals, including fish, squid, ammonites, and even other marine reptiles. Its powerful jaws and teeth allowed it to seize and dismember large prey, and it may have employed ambush tactics, lurking in deeper waters before striking at unsuspecting prey. Now, let's talk about Cryolophosaurus, a fearsome predator with a distinctive crest on its head, ruling the land with its powerful jaws and deadly bite. Cryolophosaurus lived during the early Jurassic period. The name Cryolophosaurus is derived from Greek roots, cryo meaning cold or icy, lophos meaning crest, and sauros meaning lizard. The name translates to frozen crested lizard, a reference to both its icy Antarctic habitat and the distinctive crest on its head. Cryolophosaurus was a large theropod dinosaur, estimated to have been about 6 to 7.5 meters in length and weighing around 450 to 680 kilograms. Its most striking feature was the unusual crest on its head, which ran across the top of its skull from side to side, giving it a distinctive pompadour appearance. This crest was likely used for display purposes, possibly to attract mates or to establish dominance within its species. Cryolophosaurus had a typical theropod body plan with a large, powerful head, strong jaws filled with sharp, serrated teeth, and long, muscular legs built for running. Its arms were relatively short but equipped with sharp claws, which it likely used to grasp and subdue prey. The skull of Cryolophosaurus was large and robust, with numerous openings that helped reduce its weight. The teeth were curved and serrated, perfect for slicing through the flesh of its prey. This combination of physical features made it a formidable predator, well adapted to hunting in the diverse environments of Jurassic Antarctica. As an apex predator, Cryolophosaurus was likely at the top of the food chain in its environment. Its diet would have consisted primarily of large herbivorous dinosaurs, smaller theropods, and possibly even marine reptiles or fish if it ventured near water sources. Given its size and predatory nature, Cryolophosaurus likely had few natural enemies, allowing it to roam the landscape relatively unchallenged. Emerging from the ancient rivers is Antarctosuchus, a giant amphibian that lurked in the water, waiting to ambush any prey that came too close. Antarctosuchus lived during the Triassic period. This was a time shortly after the Permian-Triassic extinction event, the most severe extinction event in Earth's history, where life on the planet was recovering and diversifying. The name Antarctosuchus is derived from Antarcto, referring to Antarctica, and suchus, derived from the Greek word suchos, meaning crocodile or lizard. The name translates to Antarctic crocodile lizard, highlighting both its geographic origin and its reptilian, amphibious nature. While not a crocodile in the modern sense, this name reflects its fearsome, crocodile-like appearance and predatory behavior. Antarctosuchus was a large amphibian, belonging to the group known as temnospondyls, which were early amphibians that often reached impressive sizes. It is estimated that Antarctosuchus could grow up to 3 meters in length, making it one of the largest predators in its environment. Its body was robust and powerful, with a broad, flat skull that was well adapted for capturing prey in aquatic environments. Its eyes were positioned on the top of its head, similar to modern-day crocodiles, allowing it to partially submerge in water while still keeping watch for prey and predators. Antarctosuchus had strong, muscular limbs with webbed feet, which enabled it to move efficiently both in water and on land. Its tail was long and laterally compressed, providing powerful propulsion through the water. The overall build of Antarctosuchus suggests it was a highly effective ambush predator, capable of striking quickly and with lethal force. As a large amphibian, it was primarily an aquatic predator. Its diet would have consisted of fish, smaller amphibians, and possibly even early reptiles that ventured too close to the water's edge. The sharp teeth and powerful jaws of Antarctosuchus were well suited for grasping and subduing prey, which it likely swallowed whole or in large chunks. Soaring above the ancient lakes, we find Pterodaustro, a bizarre pterosaur with a mouthful of bristle-like teeth, perfect for filter feeding. Pterodaustro lived during the early Cretaceous period. This period was marked by the continued diversification of dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, including pterosaurs, the flying reptiles that ruled the skies. The name Pterodaustro is derived from Greek roots, ptero meaning wing and daustro, which refers to the south, indicating its southern hemisphere discovery. The name translates to southern wing, reflecting both its classification as a pterosaur and its geographic origin. Pterodaustro is one of the most distinctive pterosaurs, known for its unusual feeding adaptations. It was a medium-sized pterosaur with a wingspan of about 2.5 to 3 meters. Its body was relatively lightweight, typical of pterosaurs, with hollow bones that reduced its weight and allowed for efficient flight. However, what set Pterodaustro apart from other pterosaurs was its unique and specialized beak. The lower jaw of Pterodaustro was elongated and curved upward, containing around 1,000 thin, bristle-like teeth. These teeth were arranged in a comb-like structure, resembling the baleen of modern filter-feeding whales. The upper jaw had far fewer teeth and was shaped to fit neatly over the lower jaw, allowing Pterodaustro to close its mouth while filtering food. The rest of its body was well adapted for a life spent in and around water. Its long, narrow wings were perfect for gliding over lakes and coastal waters, where it could easily spot prey. Pterodaustro's most distinctive behavior was its method of feeding. It was a filter feeder, similar to modern flamingos or baleen whales. Pterodaustro likely fed by skimming the surface of water bodies, using its bristle-like teeth to filter small organisms from the water. The curved shape of its jaw and the fine structure of its teeth allowed it to trap and consume large quantities of these tiny organisms efficiently. Next, we have Opthalmosaurus, an ichthyosaur with enormous eyes, perfectly adapted for hunting in the dark depths of the prehistoric oceans. Opthalmosaurus lived during the late Jurassic period. This era was a time of great marine diversity, with the oceans teeming with life, including a wide variety of marine reptiles, fish, and invertebrates. The name Opthalmosaurus is derived from Greek roots, ophthalmos meaning eye, and sauros meaning lizard. The name translates to eye lizard, a reference to its most distinctive feature, its enormous eyes. These eyes were among the largest relative to body size of any known vertebrate, and they played a crucial role in its ability to hunt in the dimly lit depths of the ocean. Opthalmosaurus was a medium-sized ichthyosaur, measuring about 6 meters in length and weighing around 500 to 900 kilograms. Its body was streamlined and torpedo-shaped, perfectly adapted for fast swimming. The most striking feature of Ophthalmosaurus was its large, rounded eyes, which could reach up to 23 centimeters in diameter. These eyes were supported by bony rings, known as sclerotic rings, which helped maintain the shape of the eyes under the high pressure of deep water. The large size of the eyes suggests that Ophthalmosaurus had exceptional vision, particularly in low light conditions, enabling it to hunt at great depths where sunlight could not penetrate. It had a long, narrow snout filled with conical teeth, ideal for gripping slippery prey like fish and squid. Unlike some other ichthyosaurs, Ophthalmosaurus did not have teeth at the very front of its snout, which may indicate a highly specialized feeding strategy. Ophthalmosaurus was a fast and efficient predator, primarily feeding on fish and cephalopods such as squid. It probably used a combination of speed and agility to pursue its targets, snapping them up with quick movements of its long snout. After capturing its prey, Ophthalmosaurus would have swallowed it whole, as its teeth were not adapted for chewing. Next, there's Xiphactinus, a gigantic predatory fish with a set of razor-sharp teeth, ready to devour anything unfortunate enough to cross its path. Xiphactinus was one of the most formidable fish to ever swim in the ancient oceans, ruling the waters during the late Cretaceous period. Known for its massive size, razor-sharp teeth, and aggressive nature, Xiphactinus was a top predator in the marine ecosystems of its time. This large predatory fish is often described as the bulldog of the Cretaceous seas, reflecting its powerful build and ferocious hunting style. Xiphactinus was an enormous bony fish, with some individuals reaching lengths of up to 6 meters or more, which is absolutely crazy when you think about that a random fish grew bigger than many other fearsome marine predators like the Crocodilodacosaurus. Its body was robust and streamlined, built for speed and power, allowing it to chase down prey in the open ocean. The overall shape of Xiphactinus was somewhat reminiscent of a modern tarpon or barracuda, but on a much larger scale. One of the most striking features of Xiphactinus was its large head, which housed a wide, gaping mouth filled with sharp, dagger-like teeth. These teeth were perfectly adapted for gripping and tearing into prey, making it a highly effective predator. The lower jaw of Xiphactinus was particularly prominent, with a slightly protruding chin that added to its intimidating appearance. The combination of its powerful jaws, sharp teeth, and keen eyesight made Xiphactinus a formidable hunter in the ancient seas. The body of this massive fish was covered in large overlapping scales that provided both protection and a hydrodynamic advantage. Its pectoral and pelvic fins were well developed, allowing for precise control and maneuverability in the water. The caudal fin of Xiphactinus was deeply forked, providing powerful thrusts that enabled it to reach high speeds when pursuing prey. On land, we meet Australovenator, an agile predator known as the cheetah of the Cretaceous that could chase down its prey with incredible speed. Australovenator lived during the late Cretaceous period. The name Australovenator is derived from Latin roots, australis, meaning southern, and venator, meaning hunter. The name translates to southern hunter, reflecting both its geographic origin in Australia and its role as a predator. Australovenator is often nicknamed the cheetah of the Cretaceous due to its presumed speed and hunting prowess. It was a medium-sized theropod dinosaur, estimated to have been about 6 to 8 meters in length and weighing around 450 to 1,000 kilograms. It had a slender, lightweight build, which suggests that it was adapted for speed and agility, much like modern-day predators such as cheetahs. One of the most distinctive features of Australovenator was its arms, which were long and muscular, ending in 3-fingered hands equipped with large, curved claws. These claws were likely used to grasp and subdue prey, making Australovenator a formidable predator. Its skull was relatively small and lightweight, with sharp serrated teeth that were perfect for slicing through flesh. Its jaw structure indicates that it had a strong bite force, enabling it to deliver lethal bites to its prey. The overall body plan of Australovenator was highly specialized for active predation, combining speed, agility, and powerful weapons to take down a variety of prey animals. As a theropod, Australovenator was a carnivore that primarily fed on other dinosaurs. Its diet likely consisted of smaller to medium-sized herbivorous dinosaurs, such as ornithopods and sauropods. Australovenator was likely an ambush predator, using its speed and agility to launch surprise attacks on unsuspecting prey. There is also the possibility that Australovenator hunted in packs, as some modern predators do, to take down larger prey that would have been difficult to subdue alone. With prehistoric Antarctica, we've seen a world far more terrifying and mysterious than the frozen continent we know today. From giant penguins and monstrous marine reptiles to apex predators that ruled the land and sea, this ancient landscape was truly a land of nightmares. But it's also a reminder of the incredible diversity of life that once existed on our planet, even in the most extreme environments. But Antarctica wasn't the only place teeming with terrifying creatures. Over in Asia, equally fearsome predators stalked the prehistoric world, as you'll see in my latest video. Make sure to watch it, because there you will get to know about even more terrifying creatures that ruled over the prehistoric continents back then. Thank you for watching, and I will see you there.